may be seated.
Good afternoon. I'd like to add my congratulations to your advancing to the Nationals. You really deserve a great deal of commendation for being here, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say today. My name is Denise Burke. I'm Assistant Dean and Professor of Law at the University of Wyoming in Laramie, Wyoming.
Good afternoon. My name is Lane Hawley. I am an attorney that practices primarily in litigation from a city I bet you know too well, Memphis.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Good job, though.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say I'm not a lawyer, I'm an educator. My name's Carl Dermody. I'm the K-12 Social Studies Supervisor in Jefferson Parish. That should give you a hint. Louisiana, LSU, Tigers, national team. Hornets, etc.
All sports things aside, I want to hear about you guys. So, that's okay. We would like to hear who you are.
I'm Annie Clark. I'm Kirsten Millard.
I'm Daniel Obermeyer.
I'm Lisa Hartnell. I'm Sarah Hermes, and we are all seniors at St. Thomas Aquinas in Kansas.
Welcome. This afternoon, we are going to be looking at question number 1. A recent survey found that nearly half of the adult population is disengaged from both the civic and political realm. Should this be a matter of concern for all Americans? Why or why not? Include in your answer, how would you distinguish between civic and political engagement, and what purposes do each serve in a democratic society? And what is the relationship, if any, between civic and political engagement and the constitutional government? You may begin.
Alexis de Tocqueville articulated one of the keys needed to maintain a functioning society by saying the most powerful and perhaps the only means that we still possess of interesting men in the welfare of their country is to make them participate in their government. Although it is impossible to force political participation, it is absolutely necessary for the welfare of our country to encourage participation in our government and community. Our government is not truly representative when only half of our citizens are involved.
Assuming that political participation is an axiomatic feature of a healthy local democracy, the disengagement of our citizenry is alarming. A study conducted by the University of Liverpool in 2005 found that there has been a decline in the levels of participation in all advanced democracies, especially the United States. Their research also indicated, however, that there has been a large diversification of political participation as well as stable engagement in politics beyond elections and party membership, including writing letters to public officials and engaging in demonstrations.
There are many ways in which Americans engage in political participation, ranging from voting to belonging in a political group or organization. There is, however, a noticeable disparity in these interest groups as well. In the book Government's End, Why Washington Stopped Working, surveys are presented which suggest that the political engagement among interest groups is primarily restricted to the educated. A 1990 study for the American Society of Association Executives found that people with college educations are twice as likely to join political or civically active groups.
These statistics, in conjunction with other indicators, stress the importance of education. As education levels increase, individuals develop a stronger sense of civic duty and a greater interest in and knowledge of politics. But education alone is insufficient, because voting rates have declined, despite the proliferation of college degrees.
Young Americans' non-engagement in politics has surfaced as a critical issue during the last 10 years. Many complain that young people today are more ignorant, apathetic, and cynical about politics than at any other time in the past. A recent report from the Washington Post quoted a young voter from Arkansas as saying, "The young people don't feel connected to the candidates because they don't campaign to them. And the candidates don't feel connected to the young people because they think they don't vote." The upcoming 2008 election, however, has begun to focus campaigns more towards these young adults. Presidential campaigns now frequent many social media communities, including MySpace, Facebook, and YouTube, each connecting them with an even larger audience of youth.
There are also many organizations responding to the accumulating problems associated with the political disengagement of today's young adults. The Political Engagement Project has been designed to foster informed political engagement, broadly defined to include community engagement with a systemic dimension and other aspects of public policy, as well as electoral politics at local, state, and national levels. Students that have completed this program have demonstrated a marked increase in political understanding, participation, skills, and action as a result.
Programs like We the People, Project Citizen, and First Amendment schools also encourage students at an even younger age to participate in public life by addressing issues in their communities, our nation, and the world. As stated in the First Amendment School's mission statement, what unites First Amendment schools is not one view of democratic education or the First Amendment, but rather an abiding commitment to teach and model the rights and responsibilities that undergird the First Amendment.
In order for a constitutional democracy to operate well, the citizens must do their duty in keeping the government in check. This active participation, however, can only be achieved through our dedication to educate and inspire today's youth to engage in the responsibilities that are intrinsically linked to our citizenship. The security of our constitutional rights and freedoms rest on every individual's ability to live each day by the words of former President